Like as a fresher, I did not know what I need to do to crack companies like Google. Top 99.9 percentile people in India in my last Spotify lab. So
So now let's come to the most amazing part of this podcast where we will be throwing light on some of the most amazing कारनामास you have done in the college. तो सबसे पहला जिसके बारे में मेरे को पता चला वो ये था कि MIS जो कि हमारे NIT अगरतला की वो वेबसाइट है जिसमें स्टूडेंट जाके मुझसे अपने कॉलेज रिलेटेड वर्क को फ्लरिश करते हैं. सो आपने उसको 3 to 4 टाइम्स हैक किया हुआ है. तो सो वेलकम बैक टू DCC Alumni Talks एपिसोड 2. सो मैं हूं आपका होस्ट और दोस्त ध्रुव रोहतगी और आज हमारे साथ एक बेहद खास गेस्ट आयुष सिंह भैया. सो भैया, बिफोर टॉकिंग अबाउट द इंटरव्यू और आपके साथ बहुत सारी अमेजिंग बातें हम लोग करने वाले हैं, उससे पहले मैं चाहूँगा कि आप अपना एक ब्रीफ इंट्रो दे दें जिससे हमारी ऑडियंस आपको बेटर अंडरस्टैंड कर पाए.
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm going to give a very generic introduction. I am Ayush and a graduate of electrical engineering from NIT Agartala 2022 batch. I like playing guitar, sketching, and playing video games. Work-wise, I uh, write code for a living. Currently, I'm working at Google.
Okay, Bhaiya. So you talked about you are currently working in Google, and alongside stalking your LinkedIn, I saw you are working on the post of application engineer at Google. So please
Yeah.
share your success mantra of reaching up to that stage.
Okay, so like there's no unique success mantra to follow to reach anywhere, but I'll just say three things. You to achieve anything in life, you just need three things. First is preparation. Second is perseverance. Third is confidence. On the preparation part, like you need to be well prepared to appear for a job interview, or like even if you are trying to do something as in like maybe hacking a backend, you need to be well prepared for it. Talking specifically about the job interview, you need to be very good versed in data structure and algorithm questions. You need to practice lead code. Maybe if you are in competitive programming, you need to do competitive programming, get good stats there. So that's about preparation. Second is persistence. So like it will happen that while trying to achieve anything in life, you will fail a lot of times. It's not like anyone achieves anything in their first attempt. So the most important thing here is that even after failing, you should know how to get up and try again. You should not just lose like the confidence in yourself. You should always uh, make yourself better from your previous version, and then you should try again to achieve the same success. The third thing is, of course, confidence. To achieve anything in life, you need to have confidence. Like first thing is that you need to have confidence in yourself that you can do that. And talking specifically about the interview perspective, you need to appear confident in front of the interviewer who is interviewing. So, like confidence plays a very important role in the interview. If you like appear confident in front of the interviewer, if you appear in a way such that the interviewer thinks that you are perfectly fit for this role, you can crack the interview, or maybe once you are given the role, you can do everything in a perfect manner. Then it's like you have already qualified that interview. So even if you are not confident in real life, just act confident in the interviews.
Okay, Bhaiya. In the answer, you talked about persistence and confidence. Sometimes in life, people used to face some kind of setbacks or failures जिनकी वजह से उनका कॉन्फिडेंस एकदम से लो लेवल पे चला जाता है. तो उनके लिए आप क्या मैसेज देना चाहोगे कि वो कैसे बूस्टअप कर सकते हैं?
I'll just say that you like you are only competing against yourself. There is no one else in this world against whom you are competing. So just focus on yourself. Even if you face failure, get up, make yourself better, uh, do more preparation, do more practice, and then try again. Eventually, you will succeed. Like if I were to say this in a one line kind of thing, then I'll just say this quote that if you have tried long enough, you will achieve it.
Okay. So any particular sort of difficulty which you faced during your early days in the college?
Yeah. So on the preparation part, one of the thing that jumps in my mind is that in our college, but like specifically when I was in first year, we did not had any kind of coding culture in our college. Like as a fresher, I did not know what I need to do to crack companies like Google. I like personally spent my whole first year working on machine learning and computer vision applications. So because of that, I had a very slow start in competitive programming or even lead code for that matter. So yeah, that was like something that I faced in my college, and it's not like it's a big thing. Eventually, I was able to rise to that rank, but it's like the people from the other college, they had a head start in that particular field when compared against me.
Uh, so Bhaiya, I came to know that you have a keen interest in music along with games. Talking about it, what kind of music you usually listen to, or what kind of games you usually love to play even today?
Okay, so on the music side, like I'm hugely interested in pop music. I listen to a lot of pop music, and I also listen to jazz music sometimes. I love to play the guitar. I have a guitar right there. I also like uh, I love to listen to different bands like Coldplay, Linkin Park, and I am like 99.9 percentile people in India in my last Spotify app. So you can imagine how much I listen to music, and like I also spend a lot of money on music. Like I own three good headphones, then two wired earphones with high impedance, then again, I just bought this AirPods just to try the kind of music that I will hear in this, because music is the thing. When you listen to it, then you can try to unwrap the different kind of notes and instrument in a particular tone. So I love to listen to that thing. I love how magical it becomes when different instrument collaborated together uh, can produce such a good rhyme. And I love to listen to music and unwrap all these rhymes into different individual instruments. So, like in my mind, I can imagine the drums beating, the guitar strings plucking, the different kind of vocals and everything. And on the gaming side, like I mostly play first-person shooting games, competitive games mainly, like Apex Legends or Call of Duty Modern Warfare or Call of Duty Warzone. I also sometimes play real world games like behind me. I'm playing GTA online right now, and yeah, that's on the gaming side. I'm also planning to do live gamings on Twitch, but we'll see.
Okay, Bhaiya. So now let's come to the most amazing part of this podcast, where we will be throwing light on some of the most amazing कारनामाज you have done in the college. तो सबसे पहला जिसके बारे में मेरे को पता चला वो ये था कि MIS, जो कि हमारे NIT अगरतला की वो वेबसाइट है जिसमें स्टूडेंट जाके मोस्टली अपने कॉलेज रिलेटेड वर्क को फ्लरिश करते हैं. सो आपने उसको 3 to 4 times हैक किया हुआ है, तो उस स्टोरी पे थोड़ा पर्दा डालिए.
Okay, so like you only said, I've hacked it 3 to 4 times. So I will tell about the story in which it became more public that yeah, MIS had been hacked. So it was like 6th of February 2021, and it was like 2 a.m. in the morning. I was working on my own malware that I'm writing for Android application. And like a thing with me while writing code is that while writing the code, I usually tend to think about other systems that use the same kind of architecture. So somehow that time I was thinking about our MIS, and it clicked me that yeah, maybe our MIS can also have this kind of exploit that I'm working on. So like I stopped working on that malware for that time. I closed everything. I imported the application package of our MIS. I then decompiled it. I de-encrypted everything. This was using standard tooling. I think it is called APK tools. You can use it only on Linux. And then like once you decompile any Android package, you will get like hundreds of Java and Kotlin files. I started going through all these files just to see if there's any code in those files that is vulnerable. So it took me around 2 days to go through all the files, the whole 6th of February, 7th of February, and on 8th of February, like on 3 a.m. of 8th of February, I was finally able to find a vulnerability in the code. I thought that, wow, I discovered a vulnerability. This is something that I can exploit. This is something through which I can get backdoor access to the MIS system. And it was 3 a.m., like I said, and I messaged my friend, one friend, that yeah, I have discovered this vulnerability in MIS, and I'm going to do something today, like later that day. In the morning I woke up, I posted a picture of on Instagram about the small segment of the code, and the caption was like, something is going to be hacked today. The whole code was built, and it was a very small part, so it is not apparent which part is that. And then later the same day, I gained access to the backend of the MIS, and I started creating different notification on the MIS app. So one of the notifications that I created was, MIS has been hacked by Winter Soldier. And that was a very dumb thing to do, because as soon as I did that, everyone knew that who hacked MIS. All the fingers were pointed at me, and within the next 45 minutes, I started receiving calls from masters of employees that what you have done is very illegal. We will take action against you. Yeah, they even wanted to talk to my parents for some reason. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I did a lot of pleading to them that, please let me go this time. I was just trying to discover vulnerability in the system. It's not like I did anything illegal. Get this, like I had the access to change anything in the database, anything like from student marks to student records, anything. But I did not do anything. I just told them, and I kept on receiving these huge volumes of calls for the next 2. In the end, everything was sorted.
So it was not the only end. Apart from this hacking activity, I have also heard that in a contest where various other colleges participated along with NIT Agartala, you also hacked the polling system there and made the NIT Agartala the winner. So
Yeah, like it feels illegal to talk about this. I obviously I'm not going to name the contest or the website, but yeah, I did that. And uh, I did it in such a way that it is not apparent to anyone, because I did not only give the votes to our college, I distributed the votes evenly through all the colleges, but I just made sure that our college always remains at the top. That way, no fingers were pointed at us. And I honestly never told anyone about this, except the people that know. Um, and the vulnerability was not even that big of a vulnerability. It was a simple backdoor access. I actually forgot what I did, but I think I played with session tokens in that hacking thing. Yeah, it was something not that difficult to do, but yeah, anyway, our college won. End of story.
आफ्टर दैट एक्टिविटी हु वर द वेरी फर्स्ट पर्सन जिसके बारे में आपने उसको ये बताया कि हम लोग जीते इस वजह से हैं?
So like I have a close group of 4 to 5 friends. I told them in the group that I did this and our college won, and they were not surprised to know that. They are honestly expecting such kind of things from me, because I've shown them various hacking tricks. I have hacked the Wi-Fi of the college cafeteria. I'm not sure what cafeteria is there right now, just next to the main building. So I once hacked the website Wi-Fi of that thing and changed the SSID name to Winter Soldier was here. And I even hacked the screen display of the KFC of Agartala to like cast my phone on that display when everyone else was there. Again, I was there with my friends, so they expect that kind of things from me, and they were not surprised to know.
Okay, भैया. Apart from this, I have also heard that in the college days you took part in less social activities. You were kind of introvert. So do you regret it right now?
Honestly, I was an introvert, and maybe I am an introvert right now also, but I do not regret anything. Like being an introvert, you are confined to a specific environment. You only have a set of specific friends for everything, and luckily the friends that I know, like they are one of the most intelligent people that I have ever talked to. And being an introvert, like you get this freedom. Like no one knows you, no one expects anything from you. When you go out to any like social gathering, people don't know you, and you feel so free. So I do not regret anything about that. I would even love to live that kind of life right now also. But now I'm trying to change you. Like being a total introvert is not the best thing in the world. So it's better to be ambivert, I'll say.
Okay. So I came to know that you were a part of robotics club, and then you got in touch with the DCC, and we all know that you are right now the alumni of DCC. So what was the story behind the connection with DCC?
Yeah, so like that time I was the Google DSC leader of our college, and I was in touch with Aditya Mani Tiwari. So like Aditya Mani Tiwari is this great guy who is like truly concerned about college right now also. And we were talking one day that we don't have coding culture in our college, so we should do something to set up this coding culture. And that's how DCC was born, and that's how I got in contact with DCC also.
Okay. So भैया बिफोर प्रोसीडिंग फर्दर, अभी डीसीसी के जूनियर्स और हमारे कॉलेज के अदर जूनियर्स जो कि अभी कोडिंग कल्चर को ग्रूम करने में एक मेजर रोल प्ले कर रहे हैं, उनके लिए आप क्या मैसेज आपका क्या मैसेज रहेगा बीइंग एन एलुमनाई ऑफ डीसीसी?
Like if my message is to be coding specific, I'll just say that don't only focus on competitive programming and DSA. Yes, they are important. At the end of the day, they will be useful for you to crack any interview. But like, there is so much more to explore in software engineering field. You can explore machine learning. You can explore computer vision, natural language processing. There is so much more to do. Just try to explore the other areas to try to find your interest. It's not like because everyone is doing competitive programming, you also jump in the race and you do programming. It is important, but you should have the idea about other fields too, like web development, Android development, anything. Just try to find your passion in software engineering, because if you end up only doing competitive programming, you will come to a job and it will be difficult for you to start the development, like whole code development journey from the beginning. So it's better to get some knowledge in the college itself. It will be more easy for you in a job then.
If you get a chance to revert back to the early days of college life, like in the beginning, in the first year, so what would you do which you still miss? Ki I have not done this, I want to do it again.
So I would love to join the badminton club or college, because I was good at badminton, but I never gave it a start in college. And apart from that, yeah, nothing else. Just the badminton club. Like it would be good to participate in some athletics club also.
Okay, so let's conclude our interview session with the last question of the day, that is, share your best and worst moment in the NIT Agartala.
Okay, so like talking about the worst moment, it will definitely be the night of 8th February 2021, when I started receiving all these calls from the Masters of Employees that what you did is illegal, we will take legal action against you, we will get you investigated. So like I was really scared that moment. I was like 100% sure that I'm going to be investigated. What I did was totally illegal. But yeah, in the end, everything played out fine. And best moments, like I have so many good memories of college. That stands out to me is like we participated in the Robo War competition in IIT Guwahati. It was the 60 kg Robo War competition, and the time was like mid August of 2019. Uh, we were working on this robot. We already invested like 1 lakh rupees on this robot on our end only, and it was still far away from being done. So we had the train the same night to Guwahati. We decided to go anyway to the contest just to show up, because our college never participated in any Robo War contest before. And in the train, while everyone was sleeping, I was awake. I was working on this robot. Like I had to get this controller, the drone controller, mapped to the internals of the robot. So, like the robot we built was from total scratch. We did not use any kind of drivers and all. it's not like you will get software drivers for the components that we used. So I had to rewrite everything on my own in code, and I spent the whole journey writing, like coding the whole logic to get the controller work with the different components of the robot, to get everything to interact with each other, to get one component to interact with the other components of the robot. It was very difficult, but at the same time, it was very fun to do. So I worked on it nonstop for like 14 hours, and by the time we reached Guwahati, I was able to make everything work, like the controller thing work, and like the story is not yet complete. Once we reached Guwahati, although the controller and everything was working, but uh, we were facing difficulties on the electrical engineering side of the robot. That is the kind of wiring we did, the capacitors we use, the relays that we use. Uh, so we spent again the whole night working in the robot. The robot caught fire, like it literally caught fire and triggered the alarm of the guest house room 3 times. And my friend Grace, he even burned his hand while trying to put out the fire of the robot. But yeah, like just 1 hour, 2 hour before the contest, we were able to like duct tape fix everything on the robot, and we were able to get it work somehow. And it is still one of the best moments of my life. Like if you have worked on something non-stop, like without sleep for 72 hours, and then once you see it working, so it really pays off, and that was the best moment of my college life also.
The way you manage the panic mode that time might be motivating for others also. Uh,
Should we?
so with that said, let's conclude our interview session. Thank you भैया for being with us. और
Yeah.
DCC के ऐसे एपिसोड्स में बने रहिए और ऐसे ही और अमेजिंग अमेजिंग सीनियर से मिलते रहिए. तब तक के लिए बाय बाय. थैंक यू.
Thanks for having me.